Hello and welcome to Ancestral Ascensions. My name is Trish. And if you haven't been here before, there is likely a message here for you. And what we're going to do is just get some messages here from Spirit and anything that the collective would need to know for the highest and greatest good of themselves as well as others. Okay. Take some here. All right. So, right away, we have the Seven of Swords coming out here. So, the Seven of Swords is about, keeping things to yourself, quite possibly. Um, keeping your thoughts close to your heart, right? Like, not really uh, divulging to others what's maybe happening here in your life with this Seven of Swords. Then we have the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is a marriage card. It is about commitment. It is, we see it's the 1111 card. So if you are seeing 1111, that could be your validation here. But it is all about like having this happy home life, this commitment um, to another. But it could also be a commitment even just to yourself. But with this Four of Wands, it's usually about partnerships because it is the marriage card. So we have the Seven of Swords and then we have the Four of Wands. We're just going to go through these cards and then we'll make sense of them. The next one we have is the Hermit. Okay. So the Hermit is a card of like, spending time alone, spending time, going within, checking to see what's happening within you, what's going on, it's about processing all of that healing as well, so that that inner light can shine with the Hermit. So maybe you've taken a break or come back into yourself to process something. That's often could be this Hermit card as well. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles is about mastery of a skill. It is about your career, absolutely. So this is what you would do for a living. And what I'm getting here is that you are a master at this, whatever it is that you do for a living, with that Pentacles being that financial stability here. And then we have Judgment. So the Judgment card is about answering the call. So being divinely guided. So like in the traditional tarot, it is about this angel that comes and begins to resurrect people from their coffins to kind of give them this new life here. Okay, so this is what we have coming out. I love it when there's five because we have, we can do so this coming in the past, the Seven of Swords. The Four of Wands is recent past. The Hermit is the present. So maybe you're feeling like you just need some time alone right now. Then the Eight of Pentacles, that mastery of a skill. And then the Judgment card, answering the call. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some more information around these cards and see what messages Spirit has here for the collective. On the bottom of the deck, we do have the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is usually, the guy's focusing on, three cups that are in front of him, but then the Spirit or the divine is offering him something else that he just doesn't see. He can't see it. And sometimes it can be like about apathy or like boredom, like, oh gosh, all I have is these three cups. When meanwhile, if we'd just take a look around, Spirit is actually offering something else here for you. Yeah. Yeah. Behind that is the Hierophant, which is about teaching or lessons, and then right behind that is the Magician. So holy cow. So I do feel like wow, we have the World coming out right after that Magician. All right, so there's a lot of big changes happening here, but right now you may be feeling a little bit like kind of bored or not really seeing this new offer that's coming in for you. let's see what we can get around details on these cards here, Spirit. So this Seven of Swords, keeping your thoughts or your, information here to yourself. What is this about, Spirit? More details on the Seven of Swords in this past position. Okay, so we have one card, and it is the Emperor. So the Emperor is about this quiet authority. So this is what I'm getting, that you very much are this quiet authority. You are very rooted and grounded. You are this leader. You know when to, keep things close to your chest and when not to. Absolutely, it is. It can be around a protective protection. But with this Emperor, it's like, strategically where you're going, kind of thing. So there's a lot of skill in that. That doesn't come easily to people. It's through going through a lot of trials and tribulations to be able to know, when to talk about things and when not to talk about things. It reminds me of that know when to hold them, know when to fold them, that Kenny Rogers song. Um, so like The Gambler, that's what it's called, The Gambler. So this is what I'm getting, that you're very skilled as this Emperor, and you know when to take risks and you know when not to. You've learned throughout your lifetime here. Wow, pretty cool. It's very, very clear to me. All right, this Four of Wands. What is this Four of Wands here for the collective, Spirit? If we can get some more information around this Four of Wands for the highest and greatest good of all, their Spirit. The Four of Wands. What are the details around this Four of Wands? Oh, wow, we got a lot of them. So, okay, so what we don't see here with the Four of Wands is we have the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is all about like confusion, not really sure which way to go here. A lot of mental strife, I guess, in the mind. So, and so this is going with the Four of Wands, and we also have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is about this this queen that is absolutely empathetic, compassionate, full of love. This queen is full of love. And with the Five of Swords, like it was kind of, can be indecision here as well. So let me see. The Four of Wands is about comfort, stability, and celebration. With the Queen of Wands. And so the Five of Swords, and it actually did come up in reverse, which is about like resentment and regret. So maybe there is a bit of mental capacity in terms of a commitment that you've just made. But you are the Queen of Cups, so you're very loving, very fulfilling here. The Five of Swords in the upright is about loss, conflict, and indecision. And in the reverse, it's about deceit, regret, and resentments. So the only thing that I am kind of coming up, I'm going to take this as a Five of Swords. So it is about regret or resentments. And so with this Four of Wands, this marriage card, what's kind of coming to mind for me is about, like, because this is a past card. It's actually recent past. And so what I'm getting is that you are this Queen of Cups, right? This person that's so full of love, very compassionate, very empathetic to others. What I'm getting is that there might be some regret here about a decision that was made around a marriage. So like, and I'm getting like, when I think about this, and this is actually even something that I've sort of been thinking about even in my own life, You know, how we get distracted and we take these side tangents, which take us off our path, and we don't get to, you know, start doing our work, whatever that is, whatever our mission is here on earth, until we go through all of these trials and tribulations. So there might be a sense of kind of like feeling regretful, or maybe resenting a commitment that you've made here in the past. Um, but it has really made you this beautiful Queen of Cups here. You really understand where others are coming from emotionally. And it can be from, you know, these relationships that you have experienced here in the past. So is there a regret or a resentment? I don't really know, but it could also just be, you know, the conflict of knowing that you have been taken off your path, right? Because right behind here, oh my gosh, we have this Justice card. So the Justice is about, you know, balancing things out, you know. So this kind of really makes perfect sense here for me. So if you are feeling like, oh, well, if I had never got into that relationship, I'd probably be much further along here. You know, what I'm really getting here with the Justice card is like, no, it's okay. Like you signed up for this, whether it was absolutely horrid or not. Believe it or not, when we are in spirit, we just want to be as close to Creator as we could possibly be. And we know that when we come here on the physical plane, that we're going to be experiencing a lot of hardships. Um, and the reason why we want to experience those hardships is because we know that when we're here in this human form, um, like the first person we turn to is Creator. If this is the way that you were raised, you know, if you were Creator, you know, a power much greater than us. What Creator is saying here is that you have completed this, and that you don't need to regret or feel this loss, because now divine justice is coming in. All of those heartaches, those things that you've gone through in the past to make you this beautiful Queen of Cups, this beautiful, loving, empathetic, caring, compassionate person, was from all of those, you know, commitments to the wrong things. Because now this divine justice is coming in. Creator is saying, okay, good job. Now you are this beautiful person, even though all of those things that you went through, it never closed your heart. It never made you hard to the world, never made you wanted to treat other people in the way that you were treated. And it has taken a lot of time here with this Hermit card. We have the Hermit that comes in right after this Justice card. So with this divine justice and all of this processing that you have done here for yourself after you become this Queen of Cups, this, you know, this beautiful person, there's been a lot of internal reflection. Um, and because you have done that, because you've kind of balanced out any of those regrets or those resentments from the past, and maybe they were past relationships that, you know, people just didn't treat you right, there's justice coming in now because you have done the work. Because right after that Hermit, we have the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups is all about this beautiful family life that is, you know, overflowing emotionally. You know, everyone is happy, everyone's together. You know, there's this sense of, you know, generational relationships. And then we have the Knight of Cups here. So the Knight of Cups sort of went over here over in the past area here, but with this Knight of Cups and the Ten of Cups here, we have a lot of emotional fulfillment here with this Knight. The Knight of Cups is, it can be about an offer, so somebody coming towards you with a love offer. You know, but what I'm getting here is that Spirit is saying, okay, this is your divine justice over all of those trials and tribulations that you've been through. And now what Spirit's going to do is going to offer you something that will be your Ten of Cups, right? Creator is offering you something that is bringing in this beautiful Ten of Cups. Wow. Divine justice here. I love it. And it is based on all of the work that you've done. And it might feel like you're behind is what I'm getting here, but you know, you've persevered, you've gone into self, right? We have the Hermit out here twice because, again, and so this is recent past, so you might have been in Hermit in the recent past, and then in present we still have the Hermit energy here. So let's look at this Hermit energy, this going within, processing things, checking in to make sure, that you're on the right path here. Okay, I'll take these two. All right. So with this Hermit card, we have quite a few. All right, let's see what we have here. So with the Hermit, we have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is also, about strategy. Not just strategy, it's about taking action, right? This Knight is wanting to take action. But the Knight of Swords is also ambition. It could also be like focus or single-mindedness, it says. So I would say it's more around focus, and you're focusing on bringing in this beautiful abundance here for yourself, this Nine of Pentacles. Whereas about this independence, you're able to provide everything that you need financially. You're financially secure here. So what I'm getting is this Hermit card. This is what you've decided. I'm like, I am taking action on my financial and security, and on my own financial security, my foundation here in life. So this is what's happening. You're moving right towards this Nine of Pentacles. So this abundance is coming in for you, and it is based on all of this inner reflection here. So coming in after the Knight of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Five of Cups, right? So the Five of Cups is also about like a feeling of loss here, right? It is also like sadness or disappointment. Um, and I think that that's where you're coming from. You're moving away from this sadness and disappointment and getting into this Six of Pentacles, where you have enough for yourself and for others. Like there's this beautiful reciprocation of financial abundance that's coming here. So you're not going to have to worry about any of this, sadness and loss. Like no longer are you going to be sitting in this energy of lack. You are now moving on into this beautiful, abundant energy here. That's what we have. So the last three cards here, we have the Hierophant, right? I think the Hierophant was right underneath this Four of Cups, wasn't it? Yes, it was. All right, so we've got two Hierophants here. So the Hierophant is all about, the lessons that you've learned in life, all of the cultural or practices that you do to keep yourself in balance. You've learned the lessons and how to be able to navigate through life. So I believe you're the teacher now, right? You're this teacher, to be able to show others how to navigate away from this, disappointment and loss, and begin to show others. See, look at all the people here, right? There's all kinds of hands at the bottom of this card, and then there's the one at the top. So this is what I'm getting, that you're like, okay, people, let's put this disappointment and loss, and I'm going to show you how we have this beautiful reciprocation here, right? This beautiful financial independence with that Nine of Pentacles, right? You're going to show others how to navigate through. And it is because you are this King of Pentacles. So, you may not feel like you're this King of Pentacles just yet, but you're on your way there, because you've absolutely answered the call in terms of the Temperance card here, right? Temperance. Oh, sorry. So the Temperance is about alchemization, and so you have been able to alchemize any energies, turning that straw into gold. And you've done it for yourself, and you're going to show others how to do this, is what I see here. You are, and it is from going within, and really coming through your own trials and tribulations here, right? Getting beyond those resentments of the past. All right, let's let's do this Eight of Pentacles, because now we're moving into this era where with this Eight of Pentacles, where there's a mastery of a skill and the future position. So what details, Spirit, can we get around this mastery of a skill that the collective has done here? All right, hang on. I'll take this one. Any more details around the Eight of Pentacles here, Spirit? We'll take that one. Okay. So with the Eight of Pentacles, what we don't see is the Two of Cups. So maybe there is this divine union that is coming in for you to bring this emotional balance, that's going to be able to help support you while you do this work, while you are this master working away. You got someone here who's going to support you while you are doing this work. And then we have the marriage card. Okay, so you absolutely will have someone who is walking with you to do this work. There are two people. There is a marriage here. So whether, and that's a commitment. It's a commitment either personally or professionally around this skill that you've mastered. Whatever work you're doing, you've got somebody who's walking with you while you're doing it. Awesome. All right, let's get to this last Judgment card. Let's get some detailed, Spirit, around this last Judgment card in the future position. So what does the collective need to know, or any details around the Judgment in the future position? Maybe there's no details. Let's see. What details in the future position around this call? Wow. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is feeling very secure in her being. It is really providing for her. She's got this financial security. It's about comfort. It's about material wealth. And because you've answered this call, this is what's coming out here. This is you will be totally secure with this Queen of Pentacles. I get some more information around the Judgment and the Queen of Pentacles here. More information. Okay. Okay. So this Judgment, it does have to do with a tower. So some kind of epiphany, realization. It's going to dawn on you, and it's going to be something that it's like, oh, if I do this, it's going to bring the Wheel of Fortune around here into, in my favor, to become this Queen of Pentacles. So the Wheel of Fortune is about completing this cycle, and the Tower is about this epiphany of some sort, right? Could be like a big awakening. But something is coming into, the wheel is turning in your favor, and I do believe you are going through another leveling up and awakening here. And it's because you've answered this call. So it's like, okay, I've answered. You're going to get this other awakening. The Wheel of Fortune is going to turn in your favor as this Queen of Pentacles. I just want a little bit more information. Let's get a little more information on this future energy. What else is there here, Spirit? Okay, we have the King of Cups is what's flipped up here. So I think, wow, this to me is this outcome here. The King of Cups is who's come out here with the Queen of Pentacles. So this could be very well be your divine counterpart, because the King of Cups is someone who is very kind, very gentle, very soft-spoken, very empathetic. So can pick up on how others are feeling. Very, very supportive, this King of Cups. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles here. So, um, you know, I feel like this is a divine union here, especially when we have, I'm sorry, but especially when we have the Two of Cups and the marriage card here. Um, I think there is somebody here walking with you. So whether that is romantic or whether it is a business partner who you work with, but there is an absolute balance happening here. Let's see. Let's go with our empath because I feel like you're very empathic, and so is this person who's walking with you. Let's get a message from the elementals here. Anything more for the collective here, Spirit? Lots of balance. Oh my God. Okay, I'm psychic, right? The balance card comes out here. Lots of balance is what I'm seeing here. So whether it's a counterpart or whether that's just you balancing your masculine and divine feminine within yourself, there is a whole lot of balance coming out here. I'm going to put it right here, right in front of those, in front, where it says all is connected, um, balancing extremes, so as within, so without here, right? What do we have on the bottom of the deck? We have repeating patterns. So being aware of the lessons and breaking the cycle. So I do feel, even here, you as this emperor, you are absolutely breaking the cycle here. So that is your message for today. Thank you so much for joining me. If anything here resonated with you, I'd really love to hear about it. Thanks so much. And until next time, take good care.